Good morning everyone, and welcome to another beautiful day in Lancashire, England. Now, I just want to thank everybody for the kind thoughts and kind words about Molly. Molly is still in a chair, she's still in a pram pushing her about. She isn't kind of improving very quickly. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to say I probably haven't been as vigilant with the comments as I could be. I've tried, but it's been a bit of a rushed off my feet kind of few days, but things are settling down a little bit now. But Molly isn't really improving that much. I think there's a little bit of an improvement, but we've got to admit that she's a little old lady. She's 14 years old, and I don't really expect her to make an absolutely full recovery. Well, you wouldn't, would you? I mean, if I fell over at 60, 70, 80, 90, and she's the equivalent of a 90-odd-year-old person, that I would make a full recovery. We have to like compensate a little bit. So it looks like probably the pram will be coming out with us. Her walks will be limited, with periods in the pram as we walk about and periods running about. But she seems to be quite happy with that. She's happy. She's happy in the pram now. And she's happy to get out and have a mooch round. But last night I did let her out for longer. We went for a last walk and I let her out for 20 minutes. And I must admit that when we got home, she was holding her leg up a bit more. So I think I need to be a bit more vigilant in keeping down her walks. But one thing, she's quite happy, Molly's happy, to mooch round for a few minutes and then sit in the sun and just watch the world go by, just in one little spot, staring at nothing in particular, but happy just to be there. And I think I'm learning quite a bit from Molly, really, about my time pre-Molly, really. Now at the moment we go for walks and we like moving through the landscape, and I talk about hearing things and seeing things and making sure you actually see them rather than just look at them. And that's still the case. But we are moving through the landscape, aren't we? I look round me now and the trees at the side are moving past quite quickly. The sound of Molly's wheels on the ground are taking over the sound of everything else. My footsteps, even my breathing, the air around us isn't still. Even the still air is moving because it's moving past my ears as I walk into it. Therefore, it's producing a tiny little bit of disturbance. Something I'm aware of. Like I say, the trees at the side of me going past quickly. The landscape, it's like being on a train, a car, an aeroplane. Things that are close to you go past quickly. And then things farther away go past slowly, and it's all moving. And it's that kind of an experience. It's interesting. There's so much to see and so much to do and so much to listen to. But there's a lot to be said for just being still. And I'm not talking about just being motionless in our own movements. I'm also talking about being motionless in our senses. And that's probably more important, really. We can be motionless in our own movements. We can stand still. But as long as our mind is active, as long as we've got other things on our mind, as long as whatever is occupying us draws us away from the experience of being in the world around us, not always desirable. I mean, it's only when you're in somewhere that's pleasing to you. This is pleasing to me. Other people will find other environments pleasing to them. Be it in a town, in a city, in an office, in a house, on a path, on a moorland, in a valley, on a peak. It's all different. People get something out of it. Well, this is what I love. So it's not just a case of being motionless in your own movements, it's about being motionless in your senses. Just a clear mind that's like a receptor for everything that's coming in. And that's not difficult to do. You just have to relax your mind. Just concentrate on one bird song. There's a bird song, it's a blue tit over to my left. Just concentrate on that. Then others will come in, and we're getting to that time of year now. Spring is here, and it's early enough for the dawn chorus still to be active, and it's beautiful. And the heat of the sun is also playing on my senses. The warmth on my face, we've had months, we've been waiting months for this. This warmth on my face, just this feeling of, I can smell, I don't know what it is. It's the grass, it's the leaves. I keep forgetting the name for this, and then I kind of remember it and have to put it into the comments saying, yes, I do remember it. Petrichor. It's the smell of petrichor, the mix of earth and moisture and leaves and rot and growth and dying and awakening. And it's absolutely fabulous, and we all should experience it, but we can only experience it if we open our minds up to it. If we kind of walk around with a closed mind thinking about things that aren't really relevant in that moment, things that you can't do anything about while you're wandering about in the countryside. So don't think about them. If you can't do anything about them, don't think about them. Just leave it and enjoy this. There's not a movement in the trees. And I'm coming under trees now, and the bird's song is absolutely out of this world. Listen to that. Listen to that. We've just stopped now, and it feels like the ideal spot. I can hear birds singing over to my right and above me. But because we're stationary and we're not making any noise and we're not disturbing the air at all, I can hear birds over there, and I can hear birds going into the distance and into the distance till they disappear altogether. I can almost hear the sound of commerce. It's like somewhere in the distance, in a distant office, in a distant metropolis, in a distant city, things are happening, and I can almost feel it. I look up at the sky, and it's just tranquil and still, because I'm not moving, because we're not moving. We're just standing still, staring round us. We've got the time to stand and take it all in, because we're not moving through, we're not concentrating on anything else, we're not subliminally concentrating on our movements and being aware of what's under our feet so that we don't stumble. We're just standing here, aware of what's going on around us. I can almost hear and feel the grinding of earth as it moves through the universe. Because it mustn't do it silently. There must be some gears grinding away in the centre of the earth. Things must be moving. And you can almost feel it. And it's almost like meditation. And I just wanted to stop and just take it in for a minute. Yeah. I think Molly's taught me a little bit over the last few days, taught me to go back to what I was doing years ago, taking things in more, thinking about things less. Why should we? Why should we think about things? We're prompted to do that all the time, aren't we? We're prompted to have mental stimulus all the time. We're taught to listen to the news, listen to things in the world. And I like doing that, but there's a time to just stand still and think about nothing, because there's nothing you can do out there. All your worries and your bills and everything like that that's going on at home, there's nothing you can do about it out here, so just forget about it. Just enjoy this. As I stand here now, just looking at nothing in particular, but concentrating on one letterbox-sized piece of the world around me, and it can come into stark relief, or it can actually get a little soft focus and hazy at the edges as our eyes relax. I think we've all experienced this, where we kind of look at something, then drift away, and our concentration goes. And as our concentration goes, the world around us becomes slightly out of focus, becomes slightly soft focus. So that's what I can do. I can stand here and look, like I say, a letterbox sized piece of the world, and let myself drift away while I just look at that. It's almost Zen, an imaginary experience of reality. I think it's something like that. So I think this is our future now. I don't think Molly is going to completely recover from this. So I think this is just nature's way of telling us both to slow down, stop striding out into the landscape, and spend more time sitting in quiet contemplation of the world around us. Taking in the landscape, taking in the sounds from a standing still position or a sitting still position, where you get that tiny little bit more out of the experience. And I'm quite happy with that, and I think Molly will be quite happy with that. So it's a turning point, isn't it? This is our life from now on, and I'm quite happy with that. Still get to share it with Molly, so all is good. And we shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.